Welcome back to the channel. We are back with the Maxus eTERRON 9. We've got to spend some more time with it. We've also taken it from Dublin all the way down to Belmullet in County Mayo, coast to coast, so you can see the range test and the efficiency. It hasn't disappointed. I'm delighted with it for the weekend that I have had it. Let's get started. Back on the channel with the Maxus eTERRON 9. Would originally have seen it at the IAA show, transportation show in Hanover. We would also have got an Irish premiere at the Nevo electric vehicle show in the RDS last November. Tickets have just gone on for registration for the 2025 Nevo show in partnership with Bank of Ireland and powered by SSE Electricity. Already 1,500 people have registered, so make sure if you haven't already registered for your ticket, the 7th for the business day and the 8th for the general public day. It is imposing. A lot of people aren't going to miss that it's a Maxus, so you've got the Maxus all the way along the front and then that very iconic Rivian-esque daytime running light that goes all the way around and your LED lights in it. With the actual front frunk, you can open it via, there's a little button down here, just here, press that, and there's a power opening, and you have decent storage in here. So you've got kind of like the lower beds, and you've got an upper area, and you also have the 3-point, well in Ireland and UK anyway, you've got power outlet there. And then to close it, you can close it via that button again, that's down here, or you can do it via the key fob. So with the key fob, you can open the frunk, drop the tailgate. So if you hold that down, it will also close down there. You've got that scuff-ready bumpers, you've got your parking sensors, and 360-degree cameras. You can see the front one there underneath the radar-guided cruise control. Some dimensions, 5.5 meters long, nearly 2 meters wide, 1,997 millimeters, and height then 1.86 meters tall, with the roof rails 1.874. So this is the entry-level luxury trim. There is a higher spec one with sunroof, etc., etc. But decent size, we're on Gitty's X-Cross HT71s, and they are 275 5520s. You've got the adapted air suspension, 5 different levels, and you've got that scuff bumper that goes all the way along with this side kickboard. Body colour, this black is imposing, real rugged indicators, retractable, and the 360 camera on it as well. Bit of chrome down along the bottom of the window that kicks back up again at the back of the C-pillar. Large chunky door handles with it's door opening buttons. It just pulls the door. I thought it was central locking buttons, but you can see we've got the scuff plate at the bottom of the door, and you still have the little step jump up with the grab handle. But we'll cover the interior now in a couple of minutes. Rear door opens up decent wide as well, and then you've got that load bed. On this trim we don't have it with the tannoy cover, the electronic tannoy cover. You can also get a hard shell for it, but you have that high level brake lamp. Weight is 3.5 ton. It can also tow 3.5 ton, factory fitted tow bar, with the ability of obviously connecting your electronics, reflectors, your 360-degree camera, and your reversing camera up here. eTERRON 9, and you know it's the electric version with the anodized blue, big Maxus badge at the back, and that tail light that goes coast to coast. And again, you can either press this button here to drop that power tailgate, or you can use it on the actual key fob. Plastic lined, 640 kg, 620 kg payload. And then on the side here, you've got your 2 power outlets as well. Lots of lashing points, attachment rails. Charging is just behind the C-pillar, 11 kilowatt on AC. It's a 104 kilowatt hour battery. And charging on DC, it is 125, what is it? 115. So 20 to 80% in 42 minutes if you can get a fast enough charger. What do you think? Range 430 kilometers. We will be talking about range that I achieved. It's a 102.2 kilowatt hour battery, apologies. WLTP consumption, they're saying 26.7. It has that vehicle to load technology from the front and the rear bed. Battery thermal management is liquid cooling and heating. It's four-wheel drive, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 5 seconds, or 62 miles an hour, 0 to 30 in 3 seconds. Max power on the front is 120 kilowatt, and on the rear it's 200 kilowatt, and newton meters of torque, 250 front wheel and 450 on the rear wheels, and top speed in miles per hour is 118 miles per hour. Turning diameter probably is one of its weaknesses, is 13.3. Disc brakes front and rear. I'm going to throw in my spec sheet. Let's jump in the rear. Takes a while to get around. You've got grab handles on all four climbing in, Isofix, and you also have the ability of popping up that seat if you, for whatever reason, you need it. I know there was talks of that load bed, that load wall coming down, and you can also drop. You've got that warning triangle there, top tether for the Isofix. In the rear, it's a 100% flat floor. You've got heated seats in the outside, and this isn't the top trim. USB-A, USB-C, little storage area down here. You've got your vents in the center console. Let's close these tinted windows. We'll talk about the grab handle. Pockets. My feet can just about get underneath. I am not touching, but it's very close. And then in the rear, headroom, 6'2", 188 centimeters. And the fact that it has a digital rear view mirror that's going out from the back of the tailgate, it's not going to, you can see it up here, people in the rear aren't going to have an issue with headrests up. You also have armrest with 2 cup holders here. Yeah, very comfortable. Great space. Got a decent sound system. Windows, and then it's a push button to open the door. You've got a little storage down here and more storage down here. For 4 adults, you'd be laughing, and even 3 smaller adults in the rear, no problem. On the actual door, then you've got the ability to adjust your door mirrors, retract them, lock the rear passenger doors, and then you have, how far down does the windows go? All the way. Electronically adjusted front passenger and driver seats. Little cubby hole here. 12.3 inch screen for driver, 12.3 inch screen for infotainment. Lots of settings in there for vehicle, your energy management, your driving, your convenience and connection, sound, and then the system. You've got some physical knobs that are knurled. HVAC, dual zone climate control, front and rear demister, fan up and down, little eTERRON 9 logo here. Cup holders, then down here you've got 12 volt. You also have USB-A, USB-C. And then on the top you've got phone holder, wireless phone holder, which mode you want it in. So there are Eco, Normal, Sport, Snow and Off-Road, all-terrain mode. And then you have the ability of changing the height of the suspension. That's up there, 5 different levels. High, highest, standard, low and lowest. And you can do that, change that as you're driving along. Look at this space down here. Lots of space there, little pen holder, and also the for seatbelt cutter and brake glass. We're seeing a lot more of that on the Asian stuff coming in to the European market. And then you've got a not bad glove box. On the steering wheel, it's a flat bottom. Left hand side is is cruise control, speed limiting, space to the car in front, and the right hand side is volume, voice, shortcut, heated steering wheel. This one doesn't have the perforated leather and the ventilated seats. The next level up does. Price. You've gotten this far into the video, 9 minutes into the video, and you haven't told you the price yet. Thank you for waiting. Price on this one, let me get up my notes. Luxury spec, recommended retail including VAT and VRT at 86,000, just over 86,000. So if you're a business, you can claim the VAT back. And then the premium spec, which is the next one up with the roof rails and the ventilated seats, etc. The one I looked at before Christmas of last year, 87,400, so about a €1,500 walk. Not a lot in it. This is very well spec'd as well. Interior wise, we have automatic air conditioning, heated seats and heated steering wheel, 6-way front driver and passenger, automatic headlights, automatic wipers, all windows are power up and down, and automatic up and down, sorry. One touch is the word I'm looking for. Rear view mirror, digital rear view mirror, and 2 keys. That is the Maxus eTERRON 9. Oh, I wanted to measure the load bay for you, because sometimes I don't give enough of the detail and people jump into the comments. Right, load bay. Let's drop her down. Width between the wheel arches. Between the wheel arches is 46. I can bend it down. 46 or 117 centimeters, and then wall to wall it is 59 with 149 length. Deep, really, we're there. It's about 5 foot or 60 inches. You can see there. And then if you're going to drop the tail bed down and carry stuff over, it is 7 foot 7 or 216 centimeters there. It's a manual lift up. It's actually fairly light though, in fairness to it. Right, that is the Maxus eTERRON 9. Inside, outside. Let's take it out for a drive. Before we take it out for a drive up here in Dublin, but via the power of teleportation, we are going to go to Belmullet, where I was yesterday. That's going to drive all the way back up here. So let's jump over to Belmullet before the drive coast to coast of 320 odd kilometers. And just like that, the power of teleportation, we are down in Belmullet, about to drive from Belmullet all the way back up to Lusk in North County Dublin, 320 kilometers. We're also going to stop in Mullingar for a birthday party. Also, there'll be a slight deviation off into Mullingar and back out again. You can set it so that the display can have either WLTP, which is 430, I don't know why you'd leave it at that, or dynamic, so it knows the driving style, it knows temperature, etc. So temperature is 18 degrees outside. We are on the luxury trim. We are on 20-inch tires. Wind is medium to low, not too bad, so it's nice weather for it. And range, it's showing me dynamically on the dash. I can zoom in there, you'll see 461. This has only done 584. And then you can also see trips. So 582, the last trip. It's been 17 hours driving. Average consumption 25.6. And so what we're going to do is we're going to reset that. And so now we're going to see exactly what it is taking us from the Belmullet to East Coast to West Coast, like we always do, that coast to coast range. WLTP is 430, battery size is just around that 100 kilowatt hour battery. I need to confirm that's usable, I need to double check that. And with that 25 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers estimation, we're getting in around that 400 kilometers. When I drove down, it's hard to say because I picked it up on the Long Mile Road, sorry, the Naas Road. I drove up to Lusk and then I drove over to Mayo, so it was longer than, but I had 70, 80 kilometers range left. This is going to have no problem doing coast to coast. It's a large battery, but it's also a large 3.5 ton electric SUV with spaces for 5 passengers. I will have Patrizia with me. We will have Darwin with us in the back. Not that that adds much weight, but we don't have anything in the load bed. Some bags for a weekend away, but nothing of substance really. Okay, so that is the trip set. We'll have a look at that when we get back up to Dublin this evening, and let's give it a go. And we're back up to Dublin, so let's have a little look at the stats. If my sun doesn't break it too easily. And so we did 343.5 kilometers. It took us 5.5 hours because we stopped in Mullingar. Vehicle average is 25.2, and the average speed was 62 kilometers per hour. So for the last 16 kilometers, I've been getting 21.5, but that's just been pottering around here like to take some stuff to the recycling centre actually. So urban wise you're getting near that 20, motorway wise you're getting that 25.2, and that was all the way up from Belmullet. Temperature was around about that 20 odd degrees, and that's all the way back up yesterday and a bit of pottering around this morning. So that 25.2 on that 102.2 kilowatt hour battery gives you roughly 400 kilometers real world range. A bit less obviously in the winter time with that cooler battery side of things, but yeah, all good. Let's bring it back to Maxus now and take it for a drive. On the way back, we're going to do a bit of urban around here and then on the motorway on the way back. Something unique that we would have seen in the original review of the eTERRON 9 is until I put my seatbelt on, it will not engage drive. Even if the vehicle is on, there is no start-stop button. It is once you sit in and they feel the pressure on either driver's seat or the foot on the brake pedal, and then D for down. There are 3-stage regenerative braking, the KER system, and there is an automatic hold handbrake. You can hear the locks kicking in there now. That air suspension, it has been a dream to drive this weekend up from Belmullet and down to Belmullet on the Friday. And so, yeah, great. And that efficiency of 25 for a 3.5 ton electric pickup, not too bad. So plenty of power, 0 to 100 in 5 seconds. It's just so big, 5.5 meters long. It is a big boy. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wirelessly. Speaking of which, I need to figure out how I'm getting back to driving the Maxus eTERRON 9. The one thing that I've learned around cities, not too bad, but on country roads, the Chinese ADAS stuff, lane keeping assist, driver monitoring. If you're looking at the steering wheel, not looking at the windscreen, it's looking at you going, it's beeping at you going, you're not paying attention. And so that's 100% being turned off every single time. It's kind of something we're getting used to. It's just a pity that it shouldn't have to be turned off. It should be there as definitely a guidance, but it's beeping when the speed limit changes. It's beeping when you slightly go over the speed limit. It's beeping when you're not, when you're in the, it thinks you're in the wrong lane or has to lane. Emergency lane keep something. Yeah, so it wouldn't be great. At lower speeds, there's a kind of melodic pedestrian warning noise. A bit like we've had before in the past, kind of an ice cream van kind of a thing going on. Just so people know that there's a 3.5 ton, 5.5 meter electric pickup around the place, because it's silent otherwise. And the cameras that pop up as well for when you're turning, you can turn them off, but when they're on an automatic sense, they kind of cover the sat nav. They automatically go off. You probably can catch it on that secondary camera. So yeah, super comfortable. Seats are lovely. It would be nice to have them cool, so I probably would stump for the extra, the next level up, the premium. This is the luxury. I'd love the sunroof, the ventilated seats. So yeah, for the extra 1,500 quid, you're that high into it, you're as well to go a bit extra and get the extra bits on it. Your range is going to be slightly affected. Good to see it nearly at WLTP ranges, and I'm going 100, 120 on the motorway. I'm not sparing it. Good weather now. The warm weather is definitely helping it. There's your speed sign recognition. So how do you turn off the ADAS systems? You go down to the little settings cog, then you press driving, and then there's a number of them in there that you can switch on or switch off. Some of them require a confirmation. Some of them require just to be turned off. So whether it's speed sign, whether it's blind spot, whether it's lane assist, etc., etc., you can do. It would be nice on one button. That is one issue with our friends in the Maxus eTERRON 9. Another thing on the motorway, there's a small rattle in that door somewhere. I've tried to locate it, cannot find it. It's just a small thing now that it annoyed the head off me, but otherwise it's been pretty flawless. Small bit of road signs. There are massive mirrors, and they have blind spot on them that you can turn on or off. So there is a bit of buffeting around them. Brakes are good, and the different levels of regen are nice with the automatic handbrake as well. There is a shortcut button on the steering wheel, and that will allow you to change what you want to change on it. But otherwise, It's been a very, very comfortable, for the money, yes, it's a lot of money, but you're getting the practicality of a large electric vehicle with decent range. It can carry 4 to 5 adults. It also has the ability to tow. It has the pickup. So there's a lot of practicality in the Maxus eTERRON 9. And for the size of battery and the quality of finish that you're getting, yes, it's going up against the likes of the, well, nothing really, because there isn't really other electric pickups in the Irish UK market anyway until Rivian comes along. It's chalk night and day to its predecessor, the T80 EV. Night and day, totally different beast, totally different shark head. But I've been impressed with the efficiency. Hopefully you've enjoyed that review and second look at the Maxus eTERRON 9 and that coast to coast, that range test, which is the most important one potentially. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thank you very much for watching.